A letter to God.
Once a farmer named Lenko lived in a house on the crest of a low hill. It was the only one house in the entire valley. From the house he could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised him a good harvest. The only thing the land wanted at that time was rain, and Lenko was looking at the sky expecting a rain. Lenko's wife was preparing supper. She said him, "If God willing, we'll have rain." At that time, the boys were working in the field and smaller boys were playing, and Lenko's wife called them all for dinner. While they were having their dinner, as Lenko had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. The air was fresh and sweet. Lenko went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. He was very happy and he exclaimed that the raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s.
With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers, draped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. It's really getting bad now. Lenko, it passes quickly.
The hail left nothing for Lenko. Lenko was very sad. That night he couldn't sleep. He was thinking the whole year they have to go hungry. But he had only one hope, it's on God. He thought only God can help him. Lenko was an hard-working man. He works like an animal in the field. But still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. In the letter, Lenko wrote that he need 100 pesos in order to sow his field again and to live until the crops comes. On the envelope, Lenko wrote to God. He took the letter and he went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. Later, a postman saw this letter and he took the letter to the postmaster, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter written to God. Never in his career as a postman he had known the address.
Postmaster, who was a fat and amicable man, he laughed. But immediately he stopped laughing and he thought of the faith the man had in God and that had made him write a letter to God. The postmaster decided to help the man and he didn't want to shake the writer's faith in God. So the postmaster came up with an idea to answer the letter. When he opened the letter, it was evident that to answer it needed something more than goodwill. Because the farmer has asked for 100 pesos, so the generous postmaster collected money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary. He put 70 pesos, all the money he could collect, in an envelope and sent it to Lenko by mail. The next Sunday, Lenko came to the post office, and the postmaster was looking at Lenko from the office. Lenko was not surprised to see the letter because he expected a reply from God. When Lenko counted the money, he became very angry. He believed that God could never deceive him. Immediately, he wrote a second letter to God and posted it. The postmaster opened the letter eagerly. Lenko wrote that he received 70 pesos that had been sent by God. He requested God to send him the rest of the money. He asked God not to send the money through the mail. The post office employees were a bunch of crooks. Lenko thought that God has sent 100 pesos and the employees of the post office had stolen 30 pesos from him. This lesson shows three things. It shows Lenko's firm faith in God. His faith is rewarded though the helpers are human beings. Secondly, it shows the utter innocence of the farmer Lenko. Thirdly, the lesson gives a message that sometimes even our generosity is not recognized. You may not get any credit for your generosity and kindness, but on the other hand, you may be misunderstood as a bunch of crooks. Now let's know about the author. Gregorio Lopez Y. Fuentes was born on July 11, 1897 at Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. He first went to sea as a deck boy with his father at the age of 10. As a teenager, Fuentes worked on cargo ships. He migrated permanently to Cuba at the age of 22. Fuentes, a lifetime cigar smoker, died from cancer in 2002 at the age of 105 years.